welcome you to this broadcast of boys varsity basketball on NKTelco Sports. We're at the barn where the Parkway Panthers will take on the new Knoxville Rangers. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, New Knoxville Supply, and NKTelco. My name is Jeff Henchen. Alongside me tonight is Brandon Coverman, and we again welcome you to this broadcast. Thank you for those sponsors that allow us to do this. And Brandon, what we're doing tonight is the last regular season weekend, if you will, for the MAC, the Midwest Athletic Conference, with the Panthers coming down to take on the Rangers.
Thanks, Jeff. And you take a look for this Panthers team. They got 6 wins on the season this year, led in scoring by Trent Rollins. It looks like kind of maybe a thinner bench, not like Parkway will run a very deep bench here tonight, but they're pretty balanced up there with Trent Rollins, Caden Berry, Landon May, Trevor Stearns. So there's some balance there along that front line.
Yeah,
for
leading
Parkway.
score is anywhere from 8 to 12 points a game between those 3 or 4 guys.
Yeah, and that's going to really drive Parkway and make it tough for here for New Knoxville tonight to really identify who to guard on the court here tonight.
And for the Rangers, they come in. It's been a long season. They just have the 2 wins, but they're playing without Jay Waterman, who was a scorer for them. He was hurt a couple weeks ago. He's out. He was averaging 9 points a game. But the Rangers also bring to the table guys like Dwenger, Leffel, Schrader, and Richland is back. Again, similar to Parkway, they all average about 8, 9, 10 points.
Yeah, and that's going to be interesting too, because you kind of say the reverse role here for Parkway. You got to guard that balance here tonight. And before tournament here could be a big win for New Knoxville going into that tournament run.
Any type. I mean, it's going to be a big win for either team. They're going to be excited to finish on a W, no doubt, and look forward to that second season and see once going with a little bit more energy. And before we have our national anthem, we're going to have a little bit of a surprise ceremony, so we're going to keep it right here. They're going to honor longtime public address announcer Gary Strelicky. He does not know it, and they're going to do that here very shortly, so hold tight, and we'll kind of let this play out.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what the law says about this, but I'm going to do it anyway.
They're going to... Gary Strelicky and
on behalf of the New Knoxville Athletic Boosters, the athletic department, and the entire school and community, we would like to take this opportunity to recognize you who have made this town well known with your very notable announcements. Prior to every volleyball and basketball game, in 1976, which it may not have started then, but Gary started in 1976, announced his first year in the small gym. In 77, this gym opened up, and he's been our announcer ever since. In the popular phrase, "Welcome to the Little City," and Rangers Gymnasium was born and gained a lot of popularity over the years. Up until a few years ago, Gary ran the scoreboard and announced every game. He now announces every basketball and volleyball game and still operates the board for volleyball games. Much of what Gary says comes straight from the heart, as he rarely needs anything written down. Aside from being at every home game, Gary also makes it a point to travel to every away game. He is a true Ranger sports fan. Gary, this gymnasium began its existence with you, and we hope to have many more years with you being a part of it. Thank you for all that you do.
Athletic Director Kay Webb with the fine words for Gary Strelicky. He started in, I think they said, 1976 as a scoreboard operator and such, and that has evolved into some announcing now, and not only a true fan at home, but does a lot of traveling on the road games as well. As last week they honored Dennis Henchen for his years of service, and now Gary Strelicky, his turn for his years of service. We'll see how he can top that.
Also, Kate kind of upstaged me on this. I was beginning to say, I don't know what the law says about this, but I'm going to do it anyway. If you feel comfortable, would you please join me in praying?
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Welcome back to New Knoxville as we get ready to start tonight's basketball game. First with the introductions, and before that, the officials. They are Brenton Barnes, John Seiler, and Adam Bell, the men in stripes. And now our Emerson Climate Technologies starting lineups. First for the visitors in the gold jerseys, kind of a similar color there. You know, the road jersey is usually darker, but it's gold versus white tonight. The first starter is number 2, Trevor Stearns, a 6'1 sophomore, averaging 8.7. Number 12, Fletcher Smith, a 6-foot junior, averaging 3.1. Number 20, Landon May, a 6'5 junior, averaging 7.5. Number 23, Caden Berry, a 6'1 junior, 9.2. Number 32, Trent Rollins, 6'3 junior, averaging 11 points. And the Panthers are coached by Doug Hughes, Zach Bates, Drew Luganbill, Court Smith, and Jeff Boyer. And now for the home team tonight, the New Knoxville Rangers.
The junior standing 5 feet 9 inches. Number 3, Andrew Luffel.
Number 3, Andrew Luffel, a 5'9 junior, averaging 8 points.
The sophomore standing 5 feet 11 inches. Number 10, Jay Schrader.
Number 10, Jay Schrader, a 5'11 sophomore, averaging 8. Number 11, Troy Dwenger, a 5'11 junior, averaging 10.4. Number 12, Noah Holland, a 5'7 sophomore. Number 33, Tyler Lammers, a 6'2 junior, averaging 1.8. And the Rangers are led by head coach in his second season, Carson Munger, assisted by Josh Lisi and Keith Thomas. That is your Emerson Climate Technologies starting lineups. And before the opening tip, Brandon, let's talk about our keys of the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. First for the Panthers.
Thanks, Jeff. And they want to get off to a fast start, and they think they need to get off to that fast start to try to tame this home crowd down. They want to be able to rebound, and they want to be the aggressor tonight, not let New Knoxville push them around. Taking a look for the Rangers, their keys kind of all flow together. They want to move the ball. They want to get to that foul line, force Parkway to get in foul trouble, and to attack the basketball.
Thank you, Keyhole Pizza, for our keys of the game, and we're underway. And as I was looking through these rosters here, I know New Knoxville does not have a senior on the team. Parkway has one senior, so a lot of underclassmen. There's the game's first turnover. Caden Berry got it, and he will give it right back. His pass off the mark, so each team's exchanged turnovers. But again, all underclassmen starting here for both teams, and the only senior in the uniform tonight is Bryce Stearns for the Panthers. So see these guys again next year.
Yeah, youth experience for sure.
Another turnover for New Knoxville. That's 2 and 2 possessions. And the first points of the game belong to Caden Berry. Points off of turnovers. The Panthers cash in, and their pressure defense did a nice job not only stealing the ball, but you got to score it, and they did just that.
Yeah, and it's that live ball turnover, too, that the Rangers got to avoid.
Well, they've done 3 of them now, as that one won't result in a score attempt, but the overhead pass right where all the hands are at, Brandon, made it for a pretty easy steal, as committing the Ranger foul was number 11, Troy Dwenger.
And you got to look for those ball fakes, get around that defense there to try to find someone to push that ball up the floor and kind of force that action.
Yes, and you got to be careful when you say up the floor. Sometimes you have to go to diagonal because if the defender's standing right in front of you, it's kind of tough to throw it through them.
Yeah.
You got to move. You got to find the angles. Stearns hits both of them, so he capitalizes on that's 4 points now, Brandon, on 3 Ranger turnovers.
Yeah.
So a quick start for the Panthers, 4-0. They average, the Panthers do 45 points. There's a turnover, so 3 or 4 turnovers now.
And like you're saying, they were going diagonal there, just like you mentioned a second ago, just kind of a little lapse there, yeah.
Panthers come in averaging 45 points a game, giving up 51. New Knoxville were averaging 40 and giving up 59, so you see a little bit of the spread there. I talked to Coach Munger before the game, and I don't know if he reused it or not, but I know he talked about he wanted to keep them under 40 as there's a 3-point shot taken by Parkway, goes over the bank board, so team rebound for the Rangers.
And one thing you take a look at, too, Parkway, 855 points scored for them, 851 points given up. So, a very interesting spread right there.
So the Rangers trying to get a shot off on their first possession, or a possession, I should say, that won't end in a turnover. They've had 4 possessions. They've had 4 turnovers. This one knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with New Knoxville. And again, it's kind of not hard to see, but I mentioned to you off air before the game, you know, years ago they went to the home team has to wear white jerseys. Yeah. And that way you didn't kind of get in conflict with people having like a light blue and a yellow jersey. Well, Parkway, their road jerseys are gold, and there's a nice backdoor cut and basket, much needed for New Knoxville. They get it to Dwenger. He scores and draws the foul. But that, it's kind of tough to tell the difference, but yet it's not. But it's kind of similar colors.
And it's not like a yellow that you would say like a layman or like a Rushi would wear. It's more of like, it's a little different.
Well, the Rangers get the offensive rebound on the Dwenger missed free throw. And that foul for Parkway went against Fletcher Smith. And now another foul here. Goes against number 2, Trevor Stearns. 2 quick fouls. New Knoxville keeps possession. They'll try to make this somewhat like a 4-point play or possibly a 5-point play if they hit a 3. Dwenger, a pretty good free throw shooter. 77% misses that end one, but good shooter for the season. 77% from the line is Dwenger. Schrader now with the basketball. Man-to-man defense by the Panthers. Holland over to Leffel. Leffel gets around, but then kind of was armbarred a little bit by Trent Rollins to slow him down. Holland to the basket. His shot altered and deflected by Caden Berry. Parkway now trying to grow the 4-2 lead. This is really their first offense they've had on 5-on-5 situation, as there was a tough shot, a lot of arch, Brandon, and he got it over a shot blocker in Lammers.
Yeah, and that was a nice shot in the lane there by Berry. And it was just a nice little smooth jumper in the lane.
And he had a hand in his face, so that was a contested shot and a very nice finish for the 6'1 junior. One nice thing for the Rangers, they do get back Preston Richling tonight as he is getting ready to come in here as Andrew Leffel hits a 3-pointer, his 28th on the season.
Yeah, nice little elevator screen there, so to speak, right under the foul line to get Leffel open. That's a well-executed set there by New Knoxville.
And a good finish, good ball movement, and then again, making the shot. That's the final dotting of the I's. Nice ball movement by the Panthers. The assist will go to Landon May. The basket will go to Trevor Stearns. But nice ball movement, and Stearns snuck in the backside there and got an easy basket. Leffel hit one before. Leffel will hit one again. Boy, 28 and 29 on the season for a 41% shooter from that range. And Richling getting ready to come in, and he will come in on the turnover by Parkway.
Boy, and early on, one of the keys that Coach Doug Hughes talked about was being the aggressor. And you saw it this first 4 possessions, causing 4 turnovers.
Yep.
But now kind of getting a little lackadaisical on the arc there. Leffel gets free. If you're a 41% shooter,
you gotta know where he's at.
Yeah, you got to know where he's at all times. You got to be able to identify that.
Multiple subs. Parkway brings in 3 people, 3, 5, and 45. Braden Bruns, Devin Crouch, and Bryce Stearns. He's a lone senior on the court, and there's a foul against Parkway. But 3 substitutes for Coach Doug Hughes and 1 for New Knoxville. That was number 5, Preston Richling. After missing a few games, he returns to the Ranger lineup. Good to see that. It's also good to see Jay Waterman, not in uniform, but he was up at the gym walking around tonight and actually shooting some shots carefully, but good to see he's recovering from the injury he suffered. He's sitting behind the team bench here in about row number 2. But he was just one New Knoxville, you talk about the consistent scoring, about 4 guys all between 8 and 9, 10 points a game. And that's a big, a hole to fill now as the Rangers turn it over again. I believe that's number 5.
Yep.
And 5 turnovers and they're tied 8-8. Usually you have that many turnovers, you find yourself behind.
You're shooting 3 or 4 from the field and you're limited shooting.
Yes, I mean they hit the 3-point shots pretty well. That's not a gimmick. They're a pretty decent 3-point shooting team. As trying to find nice pass and cut, give the assist to Crouch and give the basket to number 23, Caden Berry. He has quick 6 points for Caden Berry, but nice pass by Crouch.
Yeah, and that's what Parkway's doing is they're cutting to the basket with New Knoxville playing really aggressive up on the wings, and it worked right there. Nice cut by Berry.
Their past couple baskets have come like on backdoor cuts.
Yeah.
The Rangers try the same thing. They can't get the shots dropped by Lammers. A good look for New Knoxville. Parkway comes away with the rebound. Going to the basket and missing a shot was Bruns. 3-point shot, right wing by Bruns, no good. Richling with the rebound. So a couple looks there by Bruns, 1 on the inside, 1 on the outside. Parkway not able to score. And I mentioned the Rangers' 3-point shooting. Leffel's got 2 for 2 tonight. But as a team, the Rangers shoot the 3-point shot at 36%. So pretty decent numbers. There for Watt was the best in the MAC, just not enough volume maybe.
Yeah. And they tried to run that pick and roll a couple times there with Tyler Lammers, and he actually ran it really well a couple times. First time he just didn't finish. Second time he just didn't corral the ball and lay it in. I mean, it was good positioning. It was a nice slip to the basket. That's a good design. Just no execution there for the Rangers.
Good finish, can't take advantage of those. So 6th turnover now for the Rangers. 8-10, the Rangers trail. Crouch, his bounce pass, knocked out of bounds. Good defense by Lammers, sliding down and knocking it out of bounds. And for the Panthers, number 20 is Landon May back in to the Panther lineup. They've played 8 guys already, have the Panthers, and a couple of the starters have rotated back in. This is Braden Bruns back up top to May. He'll get to the basket as even Tyler Lammers defending himself. How did he do that?
Yeah, I thought he got away with a walk there. I thought he got away with that extra 3rd step in the lane.
Oh, nice ball movement. Lammers finishes it this time. The Rangers broke the press. I don't think the ball touched the ground other than a beautiful bounce pass early on. But good pass. I think 4 or 5 guys touched it. Yes. Lammers with a much-needed basket for the Rangers.
We've seen some great passing by both teams here early on. And like you said, that's a textbook way to break a press. You move that ball quickly. Don't think, just go. Go to a spot that you're supposed to go to. And Lammers finally finishes there on the inside for New Knoxville.
You can throw the ball faster than the defense can run. And if you're in good spots, it makes it pretty easy as Trevor Stearns, already a frequent flyer. This is his 2nd trip to the foul line. He's a perfect 3 for 3. He's a 68% shooter on the season. Misses that one. Lammers with the defensive rebound. 13-10, under 2 minutes to play. Dwenger for the Rangers will bring it across the court. And Leffel with a couple 3-point buckets here in a quarter. Schrader. Man-to-man defense for the Panthers. Dwenger will fire a triple. His shot off the mark.
And now now. That's a good look. And again, when you're shooting 36% and you're 2 of 2 already, I like that. That's a quick trigger. But
well, Dwenger, he's a 40% shooter from that range. He's really, there's going to be a turnover. Richling will get it, and it'll be nice to play defensively. It'll be New Knoxville basketball, but Braden Brunn's able to get a foot on it and probably stop a sure attempt for an easy 2.
Yeah, I thought it might have been rolling there a little slow. Didn't know because Richling was falling down there a little bit. So
Rangers get into Andrew Leffel. Leffel kicks out to Schrader. Man-to-man defense by the Panthers. Minute 13 to play first quarter, 13-10 to score. Things will slow down just a little bit here as Trevor Stearns will now step up, get the count working on Dwenger. Richling back to Leffel. Under a minute to play first quarter. There's a hand check foul on number 32. Trevor Rollins, his first and team foul number 4 against Parkway.
And again, you got that foul, those fouls working up there. You said one of the keys was to attack the basket. That's really, Coach Munger, a lot of the keys he was giving us seemed like they all kind of related to each other too. And it talked about being really aggressive and driving to the basket against these Parkway Panthers.
And the Rangers being a good three-point shooting team, they're also a very good free throw shooting team at 75% as a team. So again, you know, if they take care of the basketball and their shooting doesn't escape them, they're a solid team. You know, they've played some good quarters. You just got to play 4 of them every night. And there's been some games here the Rangers have put together good halves and maybe 3 or 4 quarters, but they've always found a way to kind of have a tough 8-minute period and really hurt their chances of winning basketball games. 20 seconds to play. Rangers very patient here. Schrader will be fouled. Nope, he'll be turning the ball over. Ranger turnover, number 7. Rangers will pick up pressure back into the Parkway lineup, number 23, Caden Berry. He's had 6 points here in a quarter. Berry's their second leading scorer at 9.2. Trent Rollins leads him at 11. Again, these are all underclassmen for the Panthers and all underclassmen for the Rangers. Down to 11-10. Stearns. Good ball movement. Back inside it goes to May, and he will be fouled. Lammers will pick up his second foul, I believe. Nope, 11. Troy Dwenger will pick up his second foul. So tough break there for New Knoxville. Their leading scorer, 10.4 a game. 2 fouls here in the first quarter. Landon May misses the first of 2. Holland will replace Dwenger. In for the Panthers, Crouch and also Bryce Stearns back into the Parkway lineup. 3-point Panther lead. May with a second of 2. He missed the first, and he hits his average right about 52% from the foul line. He now has 3 points. 4 seconds, 3. Richling will fire a long 3, and he gets it from the R in Script Rangers. Preston Richling finishes the quarter. A good battle going on here. Parkway leads New Knoxville 14-13 on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Welcome back to New Knoxville. Exciting 8 minutes of action. Parkway Brandon got off to a quick start, forcing some Ranger turnovers and a quick, I think, 6-0 lead.
Yeah.
And then New Knoxville gets a big money shot from Preston Richland to tie it or bring it back to within 1.
Well, and kind of the balance there from the 7 New Knoxville turnovers is the 3 for 4 from beyond the arc. So, I mean, give and take a little bit. New Knoxville struggled to take care of the basketball, but they're 3 or 4 from beyond the arc. So
making up for it when
exactly.
Inside shot tipped around. A couple looks there for the Panthers. Landon May and also Caden Berry had looks. And then it goes off of a Panther. So 2 looks there for the Panthers. They come up empty. Nice to see Richland, like I said, missing a couple games due to injury. Hits a 3 about on the R, as you see it down there at the bottom of your screen. Nothing but net at the buzzer. A 1-point Panther lead. This is Richland now, giving it up to Schrader. Schrader finds Luffel. Luffel hit 2 3-pointers in the first quarter. Back to Schrader, Schrader hasn't taken many shots, I don't think, at all this quarter. He's a prolific 3-point scorer as well for the Rangers. Leffel working against Fletcher Smith. Holland with the basketball now. Patient, deliberate offense here for New Knoxville, looking for the right look. They get the pick and roll again. Good ball movement. Schrader's shot was partially touched, I think, by Trevor Stearns. Good defensive play by Stearns, not only getting the block, but his team gets a rebound.
Yeah, and that was a nice play closing out on the New Knoxville shooter, Dwanger there.
No, it was on Schrader.
Oh, Schrader.
3-point basket, Trevor Stearns, so he got the block on the other end on the baseline and hits a 3-point shot on the exact opposite end of the court for his
got 8
points.
Yeah.
You know, that last play was a great play by Stearns. I was about ready to say, if Schrader hits it, you know what? That's a great play for the Rangers.
Yeah.
Good ball movement inside out. Schrader hits it from an assist from Lammers, but because it's a blocked shot, now it becomes a great defensive play. And then the guy that blocks it gets to come down here and hit the 3-pointer.
Exactly. Get rewarded on the offensive end.
17-13 in favor of the Panthers, back up to a 4-point game, under 6 minutes to play. Panthers coached by Doug Hughes. New Knoxville coached by Carson Munger. Man-to-man defense for the Panthers in the gold jerseys. The Rangers in the home whites. Lob pass into Lammers. His shot deflected by Landon May. Nice pass to Lammers, but a better defensive play as Parkway in transition gets a bucket from 32. Trent Rollins. But a beautiful block by Landon May at the other end kind of sparked that transition offense.
Yeah, and that's the thing. New Knoxville's got a couple blocked opportunities there on the inside for Lammers. They're running that pick and roll nicely. I wouldn't go away from it if you're Coach Carson Munger, but it's working there, but Parkway's just playing some nice help defense.
Leffel gets some separation. He misses a 2-point shot. Team rebound will keep it with New Knoxville. A nice move by Leffel to get some separation. He can't hit the 15-footer, but it does stay with New Knoxville. They'll take it inbounds in front of the Parkway bench. Schrader gets it into Leffel. 5 minutes to play. A 6-point lead now. I think that matches their biggest of the game.
Yeah.
Did they start off?
They start off 6-0 run.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of Ranger turnovers and some easy opportunities for Parkway to get them off to a good start. They've had a good start here to start the second quarter as well. Outscoring New Knoxville 5-0. And again, New Knoxville patient here. Looking to pull the Parkway Panthers out and maybe get some backdoor cuts and or some drive opportunities. Pass deflected and then turnover New Knoxville. Foul on Jay Schrader for the Rangers, his first, team's fourth.
If you want to say something positive, they had 7 turnovers that first quarter. That's their first turnover this quarter, 3.5 minutes in. So the turnover rate's been cutting down here for the Rangers.
And those first 3 or 4 of those turnovers came in about the first minute or 2 of the ballgame.
Yeah, you're right.
Cross-court pass, open 3. Trent Rollins, no good. Rollins is you talk about 3-point shooting, he's a 42% 3-point shooter, so he misses that one. Coach Munger will take a precision strip 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here, and I'll go through some of our sponsors that include Burke Petroleum, Chiltex LLC, Size Schwerterman Incorporated, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Park National Bank, Securcom, and St. Henry Bank. Additional sponsors we would like to thank that allow us to do this, and it's Midwest Athletic Conference high school boys basketball tonight from New Knoxville. My name is Jeff Henchen. Alongside me tonight is Brandon Coverman, and entertaining game so far. We've seen a lot of activity, but it's the Panthers with a 6-point lead.
Yeah, and again, New Knoxville cutting down on those turnovers this quarter. Just haven't got the shots to fall off. Failed to score yet about halfway through this quarter. Again, you can work it inside out, work that pick and roll. Those are the things that have been working for New Knoxville offensively so far.
So New Knoxville took a timeout. They had some backcourt problems defensively due to the Parkway's defense. So they take a timeout, and then they turn it over. So turnover New Knoxville. That's their second, I think you said here, of the quarter. Yep. A 3-point shot left side or right side for number 23, Caden Berry. And Panthers now up by 9 as the shooting for the Panthers, capitalizing on the New Knoxville mistakes and the inability to get shots to drop. Dwenger, who's back in the game with 2 fouls, pulls up from 16 feet. Dwenger, his second basket, 4 points in the ball game. Dwenger playing with 2 fouls.
Great
Good
shot.
answer, yes.
Great shot fake, too.
That's a tough shot anymore.
Yeah.
Those mid-range 15-footers, you just don't see a lot of them.
No, but it's an art.
It is. May kicks it out. Right side to Caden Berry. They get it inside. Again, the shot a little bit too strong by Rollins. Rollins with the miss. Dwenger for the Rangers with the defensive board. Under 3 to play, 7-point Panther lead. Schrader thought maybe he got bumped a little bit on the drive as him and Rollins kind of going back and forth.
Yeah.
Defensive versus offense, and the Rangers commit the turnover. As they'll pull Dwenger out. Good move here on the defensive end, so he doesn't kind of get
that third foul.
A less chance, if you will, if he's on offense versus defense. But under 3 to play, 7-point Panther lead. Braden Bruns with it, his lob pass over to Smith. Rollins now, the Rangers try to, and they do, they kind of trapped and force some pressure and get a steal, and then a personal foul called against Landon May. So May, and they'll bring Dwenger back in for offense, but May, his first foul, team foul number 5 for the Panthers. 2:28, clock runs now. Back to Leffel as he crosses the midcourt, facing the Parkway man-to-man defense. Offensive foul, Schrader. He's had a rough first half. A lot of pressure being put on him by the Panthers. Trying to get some space as Schrader commits his second foul. So him, Schrader, and Dwenger each with 2. And they'll take Dwenger off with the 2 fouls and a defensive position or possession for the Rangers. Fletcher Smith. Open cut, Caden Berry. Boy, he found a gap.
Yeah.
When the ball went to the wing, he kind of waited for the Rangers' zone defense to shift. When it did, there was an open. He went right where there was no one standing. Makes pretty good common sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, and that's a nice cut to a spot. That's what you're taught to do in a zone defense there, and that's exactly what Caden Berry did, textbook there.
And then, of course, he nailed down the shot.
Jumper, yeah.
So instead of saying good move, he was able to say end the basket as the Rangers commit the turnover. Leffel runs it down. Won't really get maybe the turnover back. We'll just say he stopped the possession as he kind of stole it and then turned it back over. So nonetheless, now it's 5-on-5. Rangers versus Panthers here on the Parkway end. Rollins hands off to Fletcher Smith. May, kind of a tough shot, but boy, he hung in the air and nice shot off the glass.
Yeah, and it might have took that extra step there too.
Have we seen that twice?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's him both times, but we've seen a Panther.
Berry.
I know, we've seen it twice for the Panthers to kind of get that bonus hop. 11-point lead. Holland being double teamed. Someone's open. The Rangers will find Leffel. Attack, and exactly what you need to do. There's where the double team. Yeah. The Rangers didn't turn it over, and Leffel able to get it and have a nice shot to finish. 3-pointer by Caden Berry. No good. Long rebound stays with the Panthers. Under a minute to play. 9-point Panther lead. Again, backdoor cutting. Nice pass, and the Rangers foul. Parkway's done a nice job of those diagonal looks, Brandon.
Yeah.
When they see the open player and they can pass faster than the Rangers can move.
Yeah, and for Parkway, what they're doing defensively, just doubling the screen and roll to try to kind of take that away. And Knoxville's got to push that ball quickly out of those pick and rolls so that the trap isn't effective for Parkway, and that way you can get a 4-on-5, easy score to the basket.
May now 2 for 3 from the free throw line. He missed his first one in the first quarter and made the second. Made the first of 2 here, so he's hit a couple of them back to back. We'll look to go 3 for 4 from the line. And he will not. Richland Skies for the rebound. 43 seconds. Dwenger with the basketball with the 2 fouls. He and Schrader each with 2 Ranger fouls. And the Rangers might be content to wait for the last shot. Coach Hughes signals his defense. And Parkway seems likewise to not come out and defend. We're down to 20 seconds.
You got the possession arrow coming out of halftime, too, for New Knoxville, so this isn't a bad idea to sit and hold.
Down to 13. Dwenger now as the Panthers pick up the pressure. Schrader at 8. Leffels hit a couple threes, make it 3 of them. Andrew Leffel, big hoop, half-court shot by Bruns at the buzzer. That'll be our halftime buzzer. Your score after 2 quarters of action is Parkway 27, New Knoxville 20. We will take a break, and when we come back, we'll have more basketball here on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Ohio Means Jobs Auglaize County has a job for you. Grand Lake Health System has over 800 employees. Included is Joint Township District Memorial Hospital and multiple physician practices. And we're now hiring a variety of positions that fit all education and skill levels. Plus, you'll get a great benefit package offered to both full and part-time workers. Join this rewarding career and help your community in the process. Contact Ohio Means Jobs Auglaize County for all your employment needs.
We are here and here and here.
Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Welcome back to the barn. My name is Jeff Finch, and alongside me tonight, Brandon Coverman. We're at halftime, an entertaining basketball game between Parkway and New Knoxville. Parkway does have a 7-point lead, 27-20. But the Rangers have shown signs. They've drawn within one a couple times. They find themselves down now by 7 as Parkway's come up with a good second quarter. Brandon, halftime stats?
Yeah, thanks. Halftime stats brought to you by Wagner's IGA. Taking a look here for the Parkway Panthers. They're at an even 50% from the field, 10 of 20. They're 2 of 6 from beyond the arc, 8 boards, 3 turnovers, 5 of 8 from the line. For New Knoxville, they're 8 of 13 from the field. 8 of 8. Yes, 8 of 13 from the field. 4 of 6 from beyond the arc. 7 rebounds, 12 turnovers, which has really haunted them that first half, and they've missed their lone free throw. Individual scoring so far that first half, leading the Panthers that half was 12 from Caden Berry. They also got 8 from Trevor Stearns, 5 from Landon May, and 2 from Trent Rollins. For the Knoxville Rangers, a nice half from Andrew Leffel, who hit 3 of those threes. He has 11 points, 3 from Preston Richling, 4 from Troy Dwenger, and 2 from Tyler Lammers. After 1 quarter to play, our score was 14-13 Parkway, and at halftime, as the score stands right now, it's 27-20 Parkway.
Thank you, Brandon. Job well done as the Rangers and Panthers break huddle. It will be New Knoxville basketball. You mentioned before half that New Knoxville would get the ball to start.
Yeah.
The second half, they scored a 3 to end the half, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. And then now they get it back. So it's not maybe quite as severe like as it is in football, but it is a chance to double dip, and they go to 1-3-1 zone, it looks like, for Parkway. So they'll have number 2 out there, Trevor Stearns. Rangers will have to have 2 guards up top, kind of offset the 1 defender up top. Dwenger slips through a couple defenders. Nice ball movement. Shot a little bit too strong. Lammers rush it a little bit. Good ball movement on the other end as assists Trevor Stearns, bucket Landon May, and as nice as New Knoxville did on offense, boy, Parkway took the rebound and snap, crackle, pop.
Yeah, and they've had some really good ball movements, nice sharp cuts to the basket here tonight. They get
overhead
a
pass, overhead pass where the hands are at, and Parkway takes advantage. Trevor Stearns got the assist the last possession. You know what? They might just reverse the roles. Because I think May got the steal and led to Stearns. And before that, Stearns led it the pass to May. So those 2 trade spots, and a quick 4-0 run. So what was a 7-point lead is now 11. Another turnover. Landon May creates the steal.
And New Knoxville having to start to this second half, kind of like they did the beginning of this game. They had 4 turnovers in the first 4 possessions.
Yeah, you're right. That's exactly right. A rough start. They got down 6-0, and the Panthers here a bucket away of matching that kind of start to the third quarter. They've had a 4-0 run now. We played a minute and a half. Good ball movement in the interior. In and out shot, though, does not drop for Barry. And then there's a Ranger foul. It will stay with Parkway.
Going up, so he'll get 2, but the board battle about pretty even there that first half, only 8-7, so no real difference there.
Foul one against Noah Holland for New Knoxville. Trevor Stearns, again, this is now his 3rd trip to the line tonight. They've all been shooting fouls, so coming into this trip here, he was 3 for 4. He misses that one, so that makes him 3 for 5. He's a 68% shooter on the season and does get the second of 2. He now has 11 points in the ball game, and his team now, I think their biggest lead is at 12.
Yes, correct. And they go back to that 1-3-1, trying to take away 2 of those wings that New Knoxville been shooting from.
Another turnover, steal, May, basket, May. Great start for Coach Doug Hughes. He comes out to chest bump Landon May a little bit, and there's a full timeout called for by the Rangers. Precision strip timeout on the court. We'll take one with them here on NKTelco Sports.
Lift your career to new heights with Crown, an innovative global leader in the material handling industry with over a 75-year history of growth and success. We're seeking career-minded candidates for a wide variety of entry-level and skilled positions in our new Bremen, New Knoxville, Salina, Minster, and other U.S. locations. Visit crown.jobs to apply or find us on social media by searching Careers at Crown.
Whether you do business from a corner store or a corner office, there is one asset your business cannot do without: the Internet. Everything from sales and marketing, training and shipping, PR, HR, and R&D, your business relies on a fast, reliable, and secure connection. And now, it's more important than ever to partner with an internet provider you can trust. Get Flight Fiber for Business, backed by local tech support from NKTelco. Call today.
Welcome back to New Knoxville. A great start for the Panthers. They've let's go 7-0 run, Brandon, to start the half. And you think New Knoxville had some momentum hitting the basket at the end of the first half and getting the ball back, and it's kind of backfired. The Rangers have self-destructed.
Yeah, and those 3 turnovers, it's just like the beginning of the game. Like we said, they had 4 turnovers the first 4 possessions. You're able to get those live ball turnovers for Parkway, so you're able to get transition buckets. The 131 has made it extremely hard for New Knoxville to get around, and that's what I'm sure Coach Carson Munger's talking about in his precision strip timeout, is how do we dissect this and what weak spots do we need to get to in the middle of this Parkway zone. We got to get it. They got to get it over the top of that zone too. Stern's playing the top of that zone for Parkway coming out of this timeout.
Fortunately for the Rangers, there's a lot of basketball left, but they're going to commit yet another turnover as Parkway is in the mind of the Rangers. They know exactly what's coming, and it seems like they're the ones moving without the basketball. New Knoxville's kind of playing stationary. Or another turnover. Good hands there by number 2, Trevor Stearns. He gets the assist. Basket to Caden Berry. And it is an 18-point lead. And we've been 2.5 minutes into the third quarter. Just a tough break here for the Rangers to start the third. Good defense by the Panthers. Good pass. The Rangers haven't thrown a bounce pass all quarter, and I can see about 4 or 5 chest passes all get deflected and stolen. 20-point lead.
Got to utilize those ball fakes too. Go high, go low, go around, and a nice bounce pass like that.
Yeah, and guess what? Rangers caught it. Hey,
there
another
you go.
Bounce pass. No, that one gets stolen because the receiver was standing still or backing up. Why was the guy that stole the ball moving towards the ball? The guy receiving it was standing. Rangers have really kind of almost been like deer in the headlights here to start the third quarter. As shot there by May is a little bit too strong. Rangers' Tyler Lammers comes up with a defensive rebound. And
standing against a zone is death. It's just asking and say, hey, we're not going to move. We're not going to be active. And this zone has been active here. And Parkway not really in a 1-3-1 anymore. It looks like they might be back. Are they? There's not really a top guy, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's man-to-man now.
Yeah, so that's what I thought. I thought they dropped back into man-to-man.
They've really, it's a mind game now for the Rangers, who are obviously struggling here in the third quarter. Now you're switching defenses. Everything Parkway's done here in the third has turned to, quote, gold, no pun intended. And the Rangers get a nice give-and-go. Lammers, his 4th point of the game. That is their first point of the half, and it comes basically halfway through. After Parkway had gone on a tear, Parkway scored 13-0 run to start the third quarter. Nice ball movement, open look for Rollins, and he's a 42% three-point shooter. He's their leading scorer in the year at 11 points a game, and that's just his 5th. But again, right now the Parkway offense is running on all cylinders.
7 of 9 this quarter, Jeff. We saw a hot shooting performance last night from the Botkins girls here on NKTelco Sports. Parkway's about matching that right here, except from inside the perimeter.
Yeah, that was the 7 of 9 includes just 1 3-point shot, but they've, I said their offense is clicking on all cylinders. Their defense has really jump-started that offense quite a bit.
Yeah.
Made for some easy looks in transition. You talk about the live ball turnovers. Another turnover for the Rangers is in transition. Good execution. I believe 12 will get the assist that time. Barry will get the basket. He now has 6 in the quarter, 17 in the game. Dwenger over to Leffel. A 23-point Parkway lead. Schrader to Leffel. Leffel hit a couple threes in the first half. 3 of them. Misses that one. Rebounding, 1 and done for the Rangers. There's an offensive charge.
Yeah.
Travel, okay. It looked like Devin Crouch maybe got a little forearm. He did, but he also drugged the foot.
Yeah.
So now Parkway appears to drop back into man-to-man.
Yep.
But you mentioned the zone. So it used to be when you mentioned the team was playing zone defense, you thought, oh, it's going to be a slowdown game. And you said it. New Knoxville was standing against the zone, and that's exactly what you can't do as Lammers misses a shot. Rebounding was Landon May, but the Rangers on offense really got concrete or just feet in the concrete on offense, and that Parkway was the complete opposite. Jumping passing lanes, getting good contact on basketball. And
if you want to play a sport and just stand, you're going to play golf. You're not going to play basketball. So that's the thing. You got to move to those spots because you got to be able to move that ball quick. Because with the zone, you usually have your hands up, you're active, you're moving. It's exactly what Parkway is, especially what the 1-3-1 does. The 1-3-1 is generally the most active zone that you can see. But a nice move to the basket there by
Fletcher Smith.
Fletcher Smith, yeah.
He hasn't scored all game, and Fletcher Smith with a nice move had to alter the shot a little bit, and yet it goes in. Dwenger for 3 off the mark, and there's a foul against Parkway's 23, Caden Berry. Into the contest for New Knoxville. The last dead ball is number 1, Parker Jones. He's a 5'10" freshman. Played 4 quarters of JV tonight, and now you can play 6 quarters a night. And Jones with the basketball right now. Over to Dwenger. Jones has a crease, goes to the basket, and will be fouled. Good move by Jones. You mentioned one of the keys of the game for Coach Munger. Attack the basket, get to the line, and a chance here to score. The Rangers trail by 25 with 2:02 to play. 3rd quarter. Jones, 2 free throws, gets the first one. Jones looking for his 2nd point, will not get it on that shot. Devin Crouch with the rebound. Fletcher Smith, who scored the last time he shot it. Nice defense by Jay Schrader, stepping in the passing lane. Gives it back, doing a great defensive play by Caden Berry. He deflected it and stole it. Crouch no good on the interior shot, and the Rangers come up with a defensive rebound. That wasn't Crouch. Was it Crouch that shot it, or was it Stearns?
I think it might have been Stearns. I couldn't really see there. But
it's either 45 or 5 that came up empty. Dwenger kicks out to Luffel. Minute 25 to play, 3rd quarter. Schrader spins, kicks out, his pass off the mark. Turnover New Knoxville.
That's 10 of them this quarter here, Jeff. It was 10 in the first quarter. Well, maybe 8 in that first quarter. So that first and third quarters have been what's turnovers has really been New Knoxville's Achilles heel here tonight.
And Parkway, I'd say points off turnovers. You mentioned the start of the game. How many? I bet they've had at least 6 on each quarter, each half. So they've got at least a dozen points for sure. And when I say points off turnover, it's been instant offense, steal and score. They don't really have to play 5-on-5. They go down and they got 12, at least 12 points that way. Nice pivot move there by Trevor Stearns. Dwenger trying to draw the foul. Stearns with 7 points in the quarter, plus 8 in the first half. He's up to 15. His season average of 8.7, so he's almost doubled that. Hand foul or slap on Richling's arm, I think will be committed by Bryce Stearns. It will go against the only senior on the roster for either team tonight. His 2nd foul. Schrader finds Dwenger. Dwenger will be fouled in the act of shooting, so chance here for New Knoxville to score. The clock stopped with 39 seconds to play, a 26-point deficit. Dwenger, a very good free throw shooter on the season, missed his only attempt way back in the first quarter where he was fouled, made the bucket, couldn't capitalize on the end one. But 2 shots here, and he misses the first.
Again, this quarter just belongs to Parkway. It's a 22-3 advantage this quarter for the Panthers.
Wow, 22-3, and again, great shooting. But I think, it was great shooting, but I think it was great scoring because their defense is what set them up for layups.
It's been high percentage shots.
And good passing to make those happen as well.
They've taken 1 3 and they've made it 2, so that's really your difference there.
Dwenger gets his first free throw of the night. He now has 5 points. Holland will replace Schrader. The final 39 seconds of the 3rd quarter. Braden Bruns with the basketball, number 3, being guarded by New Knoxville's number 3, Andrew Luffel. Now Trevor Stearns, a sophomore guard, will get it back from his classmate. Clock moving, Holland defending Stearns. Barry up top. It goes to Braden Bruns, and well, that's a third triple they've made this quarter. They're 2 for 2 from beyond the arc.
Yeah.
Bruns, a 30% free three-point shooter, hits his first points of the game. 7 seconds left to go third quarter. The pass intended for Lammers was a turnover at the buzzer, and scoring is number 2, Trevor Stearns. And that concludes explosive third quarter for the Parkway Panthers. They lead New Knoxville after 3, 54-24 here on NKTelco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Welcome back to the barn here in New Knoxville. Jeff Henschel alongside me tonight is Brandon Koverman. And Brandon, we saw what happened, and we could feel the energy from the Ranger bench, if you will, during the intermission about Coach Munger. His team got handled in the third quarter, outscored 27-4.
Yeah.
And just really looked about 2 steps slow there. And then, again, that was coming off of a halftime where the Rangers had built some momentum, and I think we're looking to make make some good plays to start the half, and it just simply backfired, and it just seemed like Parkway played a couple of gears faster.
It's things you talk about in sports. You talk about, things aren't going to go your way at time. You turn the ball over here and there. You just can't let it snowball. You talk about it all the time, particularly in sports like baseball, but you can include that in other sports too. You just don't want it to snowball there. 11 turnovers that quarter. Knoxville only able to get off 5 shots from the field. Parkway was 80% that quarter. And they doubled what they doubled their point output.
In the first half, 27 points in the third quarter. And good word is there, the snowball effect. It just, New Knoxville just couldn't get out of the rut, and it seemed like every pass they threw, Parkway knew exactly where it was going. And not only did Parkway get it, but they scored quickly in transition and had some great passing to teammates. And Dwenger nearly gets a turnover. New Knoxville really playing with a lot more energy here to start the quarter, but another nice bounce pass. And well, I think the Panthers utilized that bounce pass pretty well in the third quarter. Even in their turnovers they created, they moved the ball. It touched 2 or 3 guys, but it was all in transition.
Yeah, and you're right. They've put on a passing clinic here so far early on, and have done a really nice job, again, utilizing that bounce pass to move the ball up the floor. Like you said, you were saying it kind of opposite for the Rangers, how they were trying to utilize those chest passes. They're a little late, a little weak, and Parkway was able to pick them off for light ball turnovers.
It just seemed like, the Parkway was always in the passing lane with their hands, and they got every deflection as Landon May, his third trip to the line, he hits both of them. He is now 4 for 6 from the line. He has in the ball game now 12 points for Landon May, averaging just under 8. He has bumped that average up a bit today with a dozen. Lammers, boy, another shot block there by number 20, Landon May. He's had a couple blocks near the rim tonight. Another nice bounce pass. 12 the assist to the basket. Fletcher Smith to Stearns, and again, it was a bounce pass, a skip through the Ranger defense, and Trevor Stearns with the nice kiss off the glass. Richland hit a 3-pointer to end the first quarter. Dwenger gets it back and scores. Richland hit the shot at the end of the first quarter to put the Rangers down by 1, 14-13.
Dwenger now with 8, just right under his season average.
Of 10, right?
Yep.
He's the only Ranger in double figures, but then you've got Leffel at 8, Richland at 6, Schrader at 8, and before Waterman got hurt, he was averaging 9.2. So again, about 4 of those guys all around the 8, 9 mark, the 10 mark. Open 3 straight on top of the key, and Caden Berry. Oh, they say 2-point girl.
It was a 3.
Okay.
And they're 3 of 3. They haven't taken many threes, but they're 3 of 3. So this is about as efficient as you can get. We've seen some really good shooting performances these past few nights, Jeff.
Well, the Rangers turn it over. Leffel gets it back. One of the rare times the bounce pass didn't work for the Panthers. Good defense play by Leffel. He misses the jumper.
They walked. Yep.
So turnover, missed shot, turnover. Kind of a wild possession there for both these two schools. 28-61 as Parkway brings in a whole bunch of new players. It looks like their JV team is, or I should say all of them, because Bryce is on there. Bryce Stearns, number 5, Devin Crouch played a couple quarters. Number 10, Xavier Samples is in. Number 44, Douglas Hughes is in. And number 32, Trent Rollins is still in. But some of those guys played the JV game as well. Cross-court pass over to Leffel. He's being guarded by Samples. Schrader for 3, short. Good rebound by Xavier Samples. And the Panthers will attack here. Hughes loses the handle, gets it right back though, avoids a turnover. Trent Rollins up to Crouch, and they'll reset against the Rangers man-to-man defense. I don't think I was expecting this. At halftime, our 7-point deficit, I never would have guessed it'd be 30 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and Parkway's just hot shooting continues as that lead goes up to 35 now.
Xavier Samples, a sophomore, he's getting in on the scoring act as well. Weave offense for the Rangers. They try to find a gap, another turnover. This one is Trent Rollins, the steal and the score. Good finish for the 6'3" junior. He now has 7 points, a little bit below his 11-point average on the season. He has, as I said, 7, but did good defense here to steal it and score it.
And again, this is the second half of shooting we've seen. We saw a similar one like I alluded to earlier with the Botkins girls. So
in their tournament game against Mississinawa Valley. Ranger turnover. Hughes with a steal. Samples now will be shut down. He will go up and draw a foul. So he was in a world of hurt, but Rangers bow, how do you want to say, get him out of a bind with a foul, and the Rangers are going to substitute 4 players in also. Xavier Samples, he had 2 points a few possessions ago. Gets his first free throw, his 3rd point of the night. And the JV team for New Knoxville is in. So these guys just got done playing against each other. They're going to finish out the last 3:30 running clock situation, so it's going to go pretty quick.
Jeff, the Panthers have hit their last 10 out of their last 11 shots from the field. To tell you how their shooting has been here so far. I mean, that's remarkable.
Braden Bruns in for the Panthers. Again, running clock situation. The Panthers are going to finish their season 7-15, 2-7 league play. New Knoxville will close out 2-19, overall 0-9 in league play. There's a foul on the Panthers. It'll be a bonus situation for, I think, Parker Jones.
Yep.
The Panthers are going to have their next game will be against Liberty Benton on Tuesday. That is a tournament game, and New Knoxville will play Fort Recovery in tournament action as the second season begins, as Jones able to get the first one to drop. He is now 2 for 3 from the line. Second one no good. Bryce Stearns with the rebound for the Panthers as we finish up the last couple minutes here at the barn in New Knoxville. I want to again thank Gary Schrolicki for his years of service. Not that he's done, but with no senior night this year, the Rangers were able to kind of honor Gary tonight. They honored Dennis Henson last week at a girls game. Both those gentlemen put in a lot of years here at the school, and Gary, as a scoreboard operator, now does the public address announcing and the talking, if you will, during a game. But since he's done it since '76,
wow. So long before I was a thought, that's for sure.
I was around in '76, so I know he called my games. Or was it, like I said, back in my day, they didn't announce like they do today with the player scoring. It was just you kept the scoreboard. But he did that when I was in high school here in New Knoxville, and he was known for how fast he could put the score up. The board was different. It was much easier to use than what they are now.
Yeah.
And he would have the score posted on the board as it went into the hoop almost, and people thought they didn't give us our points. Well, they did. He already had it up. So that was when we had the old scoreboard, and it was a dial system, and he had it down to a science. But thank you, Gary Schrelicki, for his service here for the community, and again, looking for more years of that service where it helps make these games happen.
Yeah, and that's the thing that's fun about high school basketball. It's just the hometown feel to it, and it takes volunteers, it takes hours. We know people don't do it for the pay or for the glory, but it's just for the love of the game and the love of the community. So it's great to see New Knoxville embrace that.
Stearns will get the bucket. The senior, the only senior on the court, gets a bucket, and again, just total domination. The Rangers will fire a three from Hunter Wellman, and ball goes out of bounds in the final seconds here. It will be free throws, and I don't know if he'll even get to finish them because the horn's going to go off, as Parker Jones will not get a chance to shoot them, and the buzzer's going to go off. And that is the final horn. Be waved off. The final score, Parkway 68, New Knoxville 29. A dominating second half for the Panthers prevail them to their second league win of the season, and a tough way for the Rangers to end their regular season here at home. While Brandon adds up his stats, I'm going to take a short break. When we come right back, we'll have the final recap of our game and our NKTelco player of the game here on NKTelco Sports.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We are certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Welcome back to New Knoxville. Would like to remind everyone our sponsors that allow us to make this happen. They include Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, CarriageWorks, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, New Knoxville Supply, and NKTelco. Thank you to those fine sponsors that allow us to do this. And Brandon, it allowed us to cover a high school basketball game. It turned out to be a little lopsided, not what I expected at halftime, but the final numbers will probably explain how Parkway pulled away from this big-time second half.
Parkway 27 of 41 shooting this game. In the second half, 17 of 21.
They missed 4 shots.
They missed 4 shots that entire second half, and a lot of them high percentage shots. They were 3 of 3 from 3 in the second half, 5 of 9 overall from beyond the arc. 16 rebounds for Parkway, 8 turnovers, 9 of 14 from the line. From the field, New Knoxville was 10 of 23 shooting, 4 of 11 from beyond the arc, 9 rebounds. But the big ouch here for New Knoxville tonight was 26 turnovers.
26.
And 5 of 9 from the line. That third quarter, the difference too is 27 to 20. It bolts out to 54 to 24, a 27 to 4 run that quarter by the Panthers, and they really set the tone there.
Yeah, that's just, again, if you'd asked me at halftime, hey, what are your thoughts? And well, New Knoxville gets a bucket here or there to start the third. They're right back in it. You felt like they could have maybe enough to get over top and maybe sneak a victory out. But, boy, it went south in a hurry, and it went north in a hurry for the Panthers. They just rode their defense, initiated it.
Yeah.
Their transition offense executed, and then he scored. You mentioned those high percentage shots.
Yeah, and that was, again, the difference, and they were able to get out on those live ball turnovers. They were able to create something in transition, which really helps the Panthers pull away, particularly in that third quarter. And again, when Coach Monger and New Knoxville breaks down this tape, that's what they're going to look at, is that third quarter, and say that's the point where we lost the basketball game here in that 27-4 run. Other than that, the first half, 14-13, you play a pretty solid second quarter, you get that three right at the end of the half, and you're within 7, you have the ball to start, you're feeling confident, and then Parkway
total flip-flop script.
Yeah.
So, tough break for New Knoxville. They will lose their regular season finale, and again, they'll play Fort Recovery in tournament. Parkway, they will play Liberty Benton in tournament as the second season, if you will, begins here for boys basketball. Before we sign off from New Knoxville, we'll select the NKTelco player of the game. And Brandon, you and I haven't talked much about it, but that's who I was going to go with. Go ahead, Brandon.
We're going to go with Andrew Leffel, the junior, 5'9" junior. He hit 3 threes in the first half, really kept the Rangers in that game early on with some nice shooting. Again, shoots around a 40% clip on this season. Kept New Knoxville competitive in that first half. Just couldn't quite put it together for all 4 quarters, and the Rangers fall here tonight at home.
Do you have the individual scoring?
Yeah, I can go over some of the individual scoring here. Just taking a look here. Fletcher Smith had 2. Landon May had 11. Caden Berry 6, 7, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 21 for Berry. Rollins had 7. Stearns 2. Samples had 3. Braden Bruns had 3. Trevor Stearns had 4, 5, 8, 10, 11. And 19 for Stearns as well. And then for the Rangers, had 2 for Parker Jones, 11 for Leffel, 3 for Preston Richling, and 8 for Troy Dwenger, and 4 for Tyler Lammers.
Okay, so that will wrap it up here from New Knoxville. I think we've covered all of our bases, and speaking of bases, you're going to start baseball season soon.
Yes.
So good luck with that. Good working with you this year, and that'll wrap it up here from New Knoxville. Your final score, Parkway 68, New Knoxville 29. We hope that you enjoyed this telecast, and thanks for watching here on NKTelco Sports.